I don't know what was up with those people. I don't know why I felt like they didn't want me to shine and why they each held me down in a different way. But I know that did I not only learn to be a chameleon and try to be who other people wanted me to be for survival, I also learned that some relationships were not negotiable. I learned that it was my job to maintain a relationship no matter how the other person treated you. That people who aren't being loving to you should love you or do love you, and that it's your job to stay with those people. It's your job to convolute and contort yourself to stay in this relationship because it's not negotiable. It was almost like a family code to abandon yourself for the security of someone else's love. And that's been extremely painful because I don't see people not loving me. I see myself as failing. Maybe I need to try harder. Maybe I need to be more of a contortionist. So anytime I've sensed abandonment in my life, it kind of lights me up. It triggers me to start chasing and pursuing. I should use past tense. It's like I think I should fight someone for their love. Never, never, never was I the type of person who saw that someone didn't love me and walked away. I remember a friend telling me that her boyfriend told her he didn't love her in college. And I was like, well, maybe you guys can, maybe I was still trying to help her work it out because that's what I had learned. And she was like, he told me he doesn't love me. Like, what part don't you understand? And I started over time to recognize that I wasn't the kind of person, it wasn't in me, it wasn't wired in me to just cut something off or draw a line in the sand or put my foot down. I was the kind of person who was in these never ending, fantasy fueled, beyond time and space, eternal flame type of relationships. And I was carrying them on my back. This is honestly pretty common. People having this experience in how they're raised. And I want to mention that it could be karmic, because I've stopped now. Well, I'll get to that in a second. But I don't want to just say you had this experience when you were a child, because probably our very own karma is what called in these people that gave us this experience as a child. So we're not, like, as children, we weren't responsible for our trauma and we didn't know any better and we were innocent. But I think if you recognize karma as a true spiritual concept, as a true spiritual principle, it helps you to not stay a victim to your trauma for so long, because karma is real. I believe in karma. It is valid. It's a valid spiritual truth. So this is a common pattern, and it causes the person who has learned this in one form or another to lose the ability to discern, to lose the ability to recognize when love isn't available, to lose the ability to really care for yourself and to make the best choice for yourself, to give years of your life to chasing love that isn't love. Not only did that cost me years of my life personally, it trained me to believe that love is suffering. When I recognized that this one person who I've always been pursuing since childhood is supposed to love me and for some reason does not, never has. First of all, as soon as I stopped doing that, I can see that, well, I don't think it's been long enough. I just stopped doing that. I just gave up. I don't care. This is someone who I felt like is supposed to love me, and I've tried to get their love a whole lifetime. And the first step is me just accepting maybe they don't. Maybe they just don't like me. Maybe there's something about me that triggers them and will always trigger them, and they can't love me in the way that they either can't love me, or they also, even if they can love me, they can only love me in their own way. And it's not a way that makes me feel safe or felt or seen or known or loved. And I just have to let go of trying or believing or just carrying that relationship on my back. Can you relate to this pattern? Do you feel like you may have grown up in a family that taught you honor over authenticity, loyalty over valid needs? If so, follow along, DM me, join me, and we'll talk more about this. And I started this with talking about how I've been projected upon my whole life, but I recognize that I project too. And maybe I have been. I mean, I don't think I projected as a child. You know, as a child, I'm not responsible for those projections. But again, whatever karma I needed to unravel in this lifetime, this is it. But I now am aware that I'm projecting this person doesn't like me. I'm expecting this person doesn't like me. I'm behaving under the assumption that this person doesn't like me. And I am eliciting potentially with my projections. I am, maybe the word is manifesting, eliciting and manifesting those projections. So I've come into awareness and stopped doing that.